Hey Coach, so excited you found us on YouTube. If you are new to the channel, my name is Coach Sam. I have been a coach for 6 years, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we'll see you in just a moment. Hey Coach, Coach Sam here from Underdog Hoops. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about resourcefulness in John Wooden's Pyramid of Success. So let me just share my screen. We'll get started. Okay, so what is resourcefulness? Well, resourcefulness is, in John Wooden's words, are it's uh, is using the wits or using our wits, proper judgment, and common sense um, to solve problems and meet challenges. So this is important because we need to use proper judgment and common sense to solve these problems, solve complex problems. They could be simple problems, and then meet the challenges that we're required to meet. And then he talks about it later on, and I'll get into it. But the dictionary definition is the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties. So we'll get into that as well. But mainly, John Wooden is talking about problem solving and meeting challenges that are relatively challenging. So the quote of the day is, three of them. Um, Defense is a definite part of the game, and the great part of defense is learning to play in without fouling. Play it without fouling. Yeah. Okay. So the art of defense, lots of teams don't know how to play defense without fouling. Um, and it's important. You don't want to be a, team that reaches in. I've had teams that reach in. They don't play defense without fouling. It's very, very difficult for them to, uh, you know, stop reaching for the ball. It's, you have to deal with these things as coaches. The second one is I don't think I was a fine game coach. I'm trying to be honest, and I think I was a good practice coach. So the most important thing for me is that you want to really win practice as a coach. You don't want to win the games as a coach. You want to give those to your players. Um, your players get the wins. I want to win practice. I want to win and show my players that I'm going to win practice. Um, you know, you have to be competitive in practice. You have to want to put forth the effort, and then that'll transfer into the game if your players also put forth the effort. And then it is the little details that are vital. Little details make the big things happen. So I think I've said this one before, but it's so important. It's so important that we spend time on the little things so we can get the big things right. And then Wooden on resourcefulness. So here's a few things that Wooden had to say. You overcome obstacles when you are resourcefulness. You take initiative. You create ways to, you know, uh, do new things, or you create new methods for things that work for you. And then you imagining, kind of thinking of stuff. So this is what coaches do. I think about stuff all the time. I kind of imagine different scenarios, and then investing. So this can be an investing in time, investing money, whatever you want it to be. It just depends on what you're getting out of this video. So evaluating. So you want to go back and evaluate. You want to be resourceful. You want to find new ways to innovate and kind of evaluate and build on that. So if you can get better and more productive, that's a way that you can do that. So resourcefulness as a player. So being resourceful as a player is very vital. One of the most important things that I've explained to my players is, when you're on a bus or when you're getting ready for a game, um, there's your whole day is taken up because you're going to school and then you're playing your game. You probably don't get home until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and then you have to do homework if you didn't do it at the game. So what I stress to my players is you want to be resourceful with your time. So take advantage of the time that you have, um, and focus on things that are really important. So, and then you want to stay productive. So this is so important. You stay productive. You utilize the time that you have, because something might come up and you might have to divert your time, and that can be a challenge. And I've you can learn that now because we're in the midst of a pandemic, um, and it's crazy. Some people have lots of time on their hands. Other people don't have a whole lot because they have to work still. They have to uh, be home and watch their kids go to school, stuff like that. So being resourceful with your time, uh, you know creating less stress on your parents, stuff like that. So here's what responsibilities you'll probably be taking on, or you'll take on, or what. So you got class. You have online class right now, and you could be in person soon, or you're in person now and you're having class. Um, and that's a challenge. School is always challenging, and it depends on the way you look at it. You may say it's easy, but and then athletics. So athletics, and this is in somewhat of an order of what I would say for high school. Honestly, job in high school, you can get one and work on the weekends, and then your home life. So you want to make sure you're staying. You know, you have a bit of a social life. You have your home base, and then you want to take on challenges. So, whatever that may be, you want to make sure that you are giving your best effort. So, resourcefulness as a coach. So, you want to be resourceful as your players are, and then you want to find time to get better as a coach. So, whether that's, a few minutes or a few hours, like an hour after practice, you stay to find stuff, in your office or your classroom, whatever. You want to be able to stay productive, and that's sometimes hard as a coach. And one of the ways that I've found that's helped me stay productive is I schedule out my day. My day is scheduled out almost to the minute every day, and you want to do that and make sure that you are staying on top of stuff. I even schedule out my free time, my free, whatever I have to do, I have to get it done by this time. And then, you want to make sure that your home life is good, and then your job, and then coaching. So this is an order of what I think, you should be focused on. Obviously, you should be focused on your home, if you have family, kids, whatever, uh, and etc. You want to make sure that you're staying up to date with your job, and making sure that you are focused and productive. And then you want to really focus on your coaching, and that is an extension of your job. If you are a teacher, that's an extension of your job. Now, if you're a off-campus coach like I am, you're coaching, you have a different job outside, and you work nights, you work in the morning sometime, and then you go to coaching afterwards, and then you have your social life. So this is what I was really bad at. Is I really didn't have a really good social life when I first started coaching, because I had a class that I was attending. I was young when I first started. I was right out of high school. You have class, so I was going to college. Um, I had two jobs at the time, coaching, and then barely had a social life. But it, taking on those challenges, and John Wooden even says that he, was going to graduate school, coaching, teaching, was the athletic director, and had a home and kids to look after. So he obviously had a lot to deal with, and when he was first starting out as a coach, and it's a obligation to a coach to understand that you have to be resourceful with your time, be resourceful with your energy, um, and to focus on productivity and making sure that you are being very creative in your ways of your thinking, and to get a quicker or more established start. And then for the coming up, we're going to be talking about poise, and then confidence, reliability, fight, and then the very, very, very top of the pyramid. Um, we're going to be talking about competitive greatness. And then after that, it's not on there yet, but it'll be on there in a few after competitive greatness. But those are patience and faith. So we'll be talking about those. That will wrap up the pyramid of success with faith and patience. So we'll continue with that. But if you like this video, you can go ahead and subscribe down below, and we will see you guys on the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you.